Hi, I'm Jon Lieber, and this is U.S. Politics in a little over 60 seconds. First question, how would you grade President Biden's performance in his first 100 days? Well, Biden's done pretty well in his first 100 days. He's done a good job in what's the number one most important issue facing his administration, and that's the coronavirus response. He hit his goal of 100 million vaccinations within the first month or so of his administration, and they increased that to 200 million vaccinations, which they hit on day 92. So that's a pretty successful start. They inherited a lot of that from President Trump, to be fair. Operation Warp Speed set the U.S. up for success, and Biden delivered after he came into office. And of course, the second thing is his COVID relief package, which, the U.S. has taken advantage of a favorable funding environment to borrow trillions of dollars and get them into the hands of American small businesses and families, and has really helped the economy through what has been a very bad year, but could have been a lot worse if the government hadn't intervened. The bill has been very popular, and it set the stage for a follow-on bill that Biden wants to deliver for big priorities for Democrats later this year, potentially as much as $4 trillion in spending. Less good are kind of the external challenges that he's been facing. He changed his mind on his refugee policy. He's got a major problem with a flood of immigrants at the southern border. That's really unsolvable. And there's been a rash of high-profile shootings that it's going to be really, really hard for the federal government to do anything about because of polarization and the lack of 60 votes in the Senate. So overall, I think you got to give him a solid A minus for his first 100 days. And now is probably the time when it starts getting tougher as he starts planning even bigger long-term things. Second question, who are the winners and losers from the 2020 U.S. Census results? Well, there's been a population shift over the last 10 years from kind of declining Rust Belt states to booming Sun Belt states. And you saw states like Texas, Arizona, Florida gain seats, but not as many as expected. Texas was thought to get 3, but they only got 2. California lost a seat for the first time ever. And because of this, you're going to see a steady shift of power to the southern Sun Belt states, which are largely controlled by Republicans, who will again, as they did in 2010, have the advantage in the redistricting process that will determine who controls Congress, gives them an edge up in the 2022 midterm elections, and really puts the Democrats' already very thin majority in peril. Thanks for watching. This has been U.S. Politics in a little over 60 seconds.